Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, make sure you check us out on Patreon at www.patreon.com/Hookah Anonymous _. You guys been telling us to create one for the longest, so we recently created a community where we will upload videos that we can't share on YouTube due to their guidelines, but we'll also be dropping the latest to there first, behind the scenes information that you wouldn't find anywhere else on our socials. So make sure you become a member, and after you do that, head over to our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _ and follow us there. Now without further ado, let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, at this point, I'm starting to think that OTF, oblock, that whole faction over there are cursed, right? Or it's either that or people starting to see them have a kink in their armor, and it's to the point to where everybody is trying a shot at oblock and OTF. And it's kind of crazy because it was a point in time where when you looked at oblock, they were like invincible, right? In the early drill culture, that's all you really knew when it came to the BDs and the GDs. It was either 63rd or it was oblock. And either one of them, you know, judging from what you seen from the outside looking in, you just thought they were the worst things moving, and they were invincible. From the Dracos in the videos to the stories you hear about these guys, to you actually see them getting locked up for certain bodies, it just seemed like these guys were just the real deal. Now, we're not saying that they aren't, but what we are saying is, throughout the years, you have seen bodies dropped on both sides, and what that told us was nobody is invincible. Recently, we seen oblock winner Duke, who was someone that's been tapped in earlier on into the drill culture, who made a name for himself in the streets for not only being affiliated with King Von and other members that are known, but he carried his own weight as well. However, we would hear that he was shot and unalive along with oblock Youngin while celebrating oblock Gleesh's birthday at a restaurant located in the 6300 block of North Broadway. Now, although the stories in which how everything happened is still unconfirmed, most people are thinking that it was a clear backdoor situation given the details that we've been told. That's another theory that has yet to be confirmed, but I'm sure once the surveillance footage come out, due to how it happened in the open on a busy street, then everyone will be able to come to their own conclusions on what transpired. Now, aside from Duke, it's beginning to look like a long week for oblock, OTF, considering how Duke and Youngin was just unalive, and now we have a Lil Durk affiliate by the name of Doodie who was shot in Atlanta, but he is expected to survive. Now, this is just going to show these guys that no matter where they at, no matter what city, state you go to, it's not safe anywhere. I find it that a lot of the Chicago guys, when they go to different areas, being that they come from Chicago, sometimes they automatically think that guys are going to fear them. However, it's usually the opposite. Some guys will purposely bring that energy their way just to say that they did something to someone from Chicago. So you got to be careful. Not to mention, this just goes to prove that no matter where you are, it can go down. Most guys leave Chicago and flee to Atlanta thinking that they're being low key. But the problem is, everyone's doing it now. So if you got beef with someone in Chicago and y'all both have the idea of going to Atlanta, then y'all happen to bump into each other, then it's literally just the same drama, y'all just switch to different cities. Simple. Now, in Doodie case, it's not much known about what happened, but I found the article that fits the description of the shooting involving Doodie. It would say, quote, "A man was hospitalized Tuesday night after being shot in the leg in Northwest Atlanta," authorities said. Officers responded around 9:25 p.m. to a report of a shooting at 2423 Martin Luther King Jr. Drive, Northwest. When they arrived, they found the 33-year-old man with an apparent gunshot wound to his left leg. He was alert, conscious, and breathing when transported to the hospital for treatment. Detectives with the department's aggravated assault unit are investigating what led to the shooting. No further details have been released. Now, when it comes to the shooting, to be honest with you, at first, I'm like, no ops did this. It can't be an op. Maybe he shot himself, or maybe they was horseplaying, and I don't know. But I can't see an op seeing him and then just shooting him in his leg. However, I did see somewhere online that they saying that he was also robbed, and that could sound a little more believable. I could see somebody going to rob him, and maybe he didn't want to give it up, or maybe he was fidgeting too much, and they just shot him in the leg, not to unalive him or anything, but just as a warning shot to let him know that they not playing, and took whatever it was that he had, whether it was a watch, a chain, money, drugs, whatever. A lot of these guys, they like to play tough whenever a robbery attempt is happening, and that's how you lose your life. Because although it was just a leg shot, we know that sometimes bullets travel, or sometimes you could have hit a main artery and he could have passed away easily like that. However it goes, he's okay, and they're saying that he is expected to survive, so I'm sure he'll probably be talking about this in a song or something. Y'all know how these guys do. Now when it comes to this whole situation, I don't know how he was so accessible. Once again, we don't know who it was done by, whether it was the ops or just a random robbery attempt. Who knows? We do know we gotta be careful because next time it could be fatal. And it's crazy because I don't know what it is with Atlanta, but it's safe to say that Atlanta hasn't been a place where guys from Chicago should be going. Guys are getting shot and or losing their life out there, which is ironic because they survived the drill culture in Chicago and stay on point enough to make it out, or just to go to Atlanta and get caught up out there. Crazy. Y'all jump in the comments, let me know what y'all think about this. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'ma keep on dropping. And I'm out.